Hey everyone, have you ever wondered why almost all your trades end up in losses? Believe me, the money in your brokerage account is doomed if you don't know how to control your emotions. One of my students, Kenneth from Laos, was losing thousands of dollars until we talked about two emotions, greed and fear. Now, this guy is already planning a family vacation to Bali. My name is Tarun and I help you trade better, my friends. Today, I'll give you two keys to success right away. I'll teach you how to control your emotions and show you a great strategy with unique trading settings. By the end of it, you'll be much closer to finding your first profit, that's for sure. So watch till the end, let's get started. Alright, I've already set up two indicators, a super trend that changes color from green to red and a yellow simple moving average as a signal line. For long trade, we need a green super trend and price above the MA. That's not the case here. Let's look for another chart. Same here, not suitable, but this one looks perfect. Price is above the moving average and super trend is green. Enter the market, my friends. Let's break it down again. A green super trend means the price is in an uptrend. A breakout above the MA signals another push towards this key level. After the rise, we are seeing a pause, but it won't last forever. Now we wait for confirmation of my analysis. By the way, our strategy requires specific settings. I'll show you the optimal parameters I have manually fine-tuned by the end of this video. With them, you'll maximize profit and avoid, many losing trade, guys. For now, pay close attention to what's happening on the screen. I'm already anticipating some great trades on the way. The first one has just closed in profit. Switching charts and moving on. Okay, another solid entry point for a long trade. Even though it's pretty obvious, let's go over the details. The asset has consolidated above the MA and is ready to climb. Super trend is green and the currency pair is in an uptrend. While we've got a movement, let's talk about something very crucial. How are you handling your emotions during trading? Do you feel fear, greed, or even rage when things go wrong? If so, that's totally normal, guys. It's a human reaction common to all traders. But here's one important nuance. You need to learn to control these emotions. That's the essence of trading psychology, and it's what I want to discuss with you today. By the way, another trade has just closed in profit, and we are staying on this chart for now. As you can see, there's still room to grow on the larger scale. So I'm entering another long trade. After a long decline, we are seeing a sharp bounce upward. Now the price is heading towards the level where the drop began. Indicators confirm further growth, so let's just wait for it. Yeah, back to psychology. Greed and fear. These are the two main drivers of crowd behavior in the market. They fuel large-scale movements but can be dangerous for individual traders. Greed means rushing into trades, taking excessive risks, overtrading, and refusing to stop when required. Fear leads to missed opportunities, avoiding necessary risks as well, and leaving profits on the table. Both can end up in disaster, right? Oh, I just closed another profit. Time to switch charts. Soon we'll dive into how to manage these emotions. All right, we are trading long again, guys. Let's break it down. The asset is recovering after a drop. Super trend is green. Price is above the MA. Perfect setup. By the way, what you're seeing on screen is just one way to use super trend. It's a universal and highly effective indicator featured in many of the strategies. If you want to learn more, join my Telegram channel. Not only do I break down the best trading strategies and share useful life hacks for the traders, but I also provide free signals, for almost risk-free market entries. That's pretty useful. This is exactly what you need if you are a beginner, just plan to start your journey in the financial markets. By the way, the trade is closing and yes, I am in profit again here. Let's not linger on this chart. Time to move to the finale of our trading session. Oh, yes, here's an entry point that suits us perfectly. Of course, I went long here. The situation is clear. The asset is starting to make higher lows while breaking out with the moving average. This happened on the previous candle. So, we are in the right place at the right time. There's room to grow. So, we just need to wait for it. And let me give you a simple life hack to overcome fear and greed. For beginners, there are only two solutions. First, reduce your risk per trade. Don't rush to make all the money in the world. Those who hurry end up losing everything. Yes, that's exactly how it works. Small amounts in each position will preserve your nerves at the initial stage while you learn about yourself and how to manage your emotions. Meanwhile, I'm in profit again. I'm confident we can finish this session on the same chart. To make the results more interesting for you and more pleasant for me, I'll increase the risk to $1,000, and enter the market immediately. Okay, let me explain. This entry has a large buffer for potential growth. I think this candle will eventually reverse upward and form a hammer. Let's see how it plays out. While the trade is running, I'll share the second way to combat bad emotions: trading with a strategy. Right now I'm completely calm for just one reason. This is my second entry point on the chart with a clear long signal. Even though the price is currently moving against us, I know I entered with a growth buffer. And my session profit will still outweigh any potential loss. Sometimes, risk is justified, guys. Especially when everything is going extremely well. And yes, I am taking my money again. $7,500 in the account, guys. That's enough for one session. Now you've seen it that this strategy works and can bring you decent amount of profits. But you haven't learned the key nuance, the indicator settings. Now I'll show you. So let's start from the beginning. With SuperTrend, we can adjust line thickness and color. But the most important thing is the parameters. Set SuperTrend period to 12. Now it's less sensitive and its signals are more reliable. Other visual settings are to your taste. Now let's configure the moving average. We can set a more visible color and crucially change the period to 7. You can also adjust the thickness for more frequent signals. Now everything's ready. We have an excellent strategy with SuperTrend defining the price direction. Well, the signal MA handles market entries. Just look at this situation here. Only one long signal triggered, then the price stayed above the MA. How many profitable entries could you have taken if you were trading at that moment? I recommend taking your destiny into your own hands, guys. Now I'll move to summarizing the session results. Guys, you've got everything you need. A trading strategy with nearly guaranteed results. Long term plus the knowledge to control your emotions. I'd appreciate your like and subscription to my channel as a thank you. And don't hesitate to share your thoughts about this content. I read all comments and value it. If you need more information, welcome to my Telegram channel. Then you'll find everything a beginner trader needs, including free trading signals. Success begins here. Now I'll say goodbye until the next video, guys. Take care and happy trading.